Okay, so this is part two because I don't know why the video cut short. But anyway, like I was explaining in the previous video, we went ahead and pressed this new wear sleeve. You can see the wear sleeve. See where it ends right there? We pressed it in flush all the way using the same bolts that come with our front pulley and using part of our pulley. Basically, we use this as a press. So I stick it in backwards, and the reason I do that, see that's flat, and that's got a nice little bushing sticking out. Well, we use the flat side, that side, and we push against it, and we walk it in, and we tighten the bolts alternatively. We alternate with the bolts as we tighten it up, and that pushes that seal in, that wear sleeve, and we end up with a nice clean install. And if you've done these before, you know that the new seals come with this installation tool. And the way it works is this tool applies and stays on here. And then when you put the new seal on, it goes over it, and then it allows it to be installed on the wear sleeve without damaging the seal. And these seals, by the way, you don't want to apply any oil or lube on this surface. It's got to be dry and clean. And Cummins recommends no oil, no lube, no grease on this front seal install because they will leak. It's kind of funny and it's odd, but they recommend no lube, no oil. They will leak if you do apply some. Anyway, we're gonna get ready to get our front cover, and we're gonna install the seal on the front cover. Once we do that, then we'll install the whole front cover and everything. Once we install our pump and our gear, we'll get that all set up. Then I'll walk you through on putting on your front cover with the new seal, and then we'll seal this up. We'll lift the engine back up. We'll put our mounts on, and we'll put another stand in the front. We'll do the oil pan, and then we're gonna go back to do the rear seal on this Cummins 8.9 QSL motor. This is a QSL because it's an ag application. This engine is also very common in buses, marine, many different various applications, depending on where Cummins sells to what manufacturer they use that engine. This happens to be a case tractor, and this is like a 2005 MX305, MX335, MX340. I believe they all have the same engine. The only difference is the programming on the computer is what makes it a different horsepower. But anyway, we're gonna get back to work, and then once we get we have Jose over there, Joe, taking the studs off the old cover so we can put them on this cover, and those studs with nuts are gonna hold our pump. Once we get that and we get the pump installed, and we put our gear here, which like I said, this gear does not go timed. It's not timed. Doesn't matter which position you have the gear in, because it's just a gear pump. It doesn't have nothing to do with timing. It just provides fuel pressure to the fuel rail. And anyway, this is where you have to worry about your time. And most cranks and cams, you see the 2 zeros? That's 1 0 and 2 zeros. That's what you got to time. The crank to the cam. And if you've done this before, the way we took the cam off was we installed a bunch of magnets through the push rod hose, and we pulled the lifters up with the magnets. So we had to buy 12 magnets. That's right, 12, because there's 2 per cylinder, and there's 6 cylinders. And you put it down the hole where the push rod would go, and you stick the lifter on it, and you pull it up, and then you get a zip tie or rubber band and hold it up in place. And you hold up all 12 in there, and that holds your lifters up, so you can pull the cam out. Once you do that and you do your front cover, then you can put the cam back in, cut your zip ties up here on the magnets or rubber bands, and then you can take them off and remove them. Then when we finish the install, we're going to put our push rods back in, and then our rockers, and adjust the valves and put the cover back on. We'll be done with that. All right, stay tuned for part 3.